What's up, everyone? It's Shaletta. I'm here getting a phone for one of my newly minted teenagers with Xfinity Mobile. They've got great options, affordable plans, and solid coverage that works for our whole family. With Xfinity Mobile, my daughter can stay connected with me wherever she goes. And did you know when you sign up, you can get an extra phone line free for a full year? Switch to Xfinity Mobile today for more savings, more smiles, and more ways to stay connected.
You want a healthier lifestyle, but how do you get started? Then stick with it by listening to the Fitness Revolution podcast with Shay Sandifer, of course. Your journey to greater well-being starts now.
Hello, everyone. How are you? It is Coach Shay here with Fitness Revolution, and I have some very exciting news that I have been working on for a year and a half. That is correct. And when we talk about revolution, I specifically, when we were thinking about this and naming this podcast a few years back, obviously I'm in fitness, wellness, and nutrition, but I wanted to make sure that when we were talking about revolution, it wasn't just about fitness. It was about what it takes to get to that next level in all things for mind, body, and spirit. And so I've been working on a project with Mayo Clinic to bring different brands that I have created to their organization and seeing the synergy about a holistic approach to healthcare. So bringing that racial health and equity through the lens of fitness, wellness, and nutrition through to them an holistic approach to connect community through healthcare. And so with that being said, 25 meetings later, let that digest. 25 hour plus meetings, some were 2 hour meetings. We finally, after strategic planning, after bringing in partners, after building teams on their end and my end, that we came together and I have become official partners with Mayo Clinic. And so it took a lot of due diligence. It took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. It took a lot of writing. It took a lot of circular motion, I would say, to keep things revolving, right? And to not let yourself get centered or boxed into what can happen. And I love this. As hard as it was, I now look back and it made myself get myself out of this box, right? Like things that you never think. When you think of fitness, wellness, and nutrition, right? I'm thinking of, oh, I should teach classes, or I'm getting people to teach classes. Wellness, I'm coaching people on how to be better with themselves, or coaching them on their health and diabetes. And nutrition, coaching people on how to eat better and shop better and learn farmers markets. But the back end is being a CEO, being a founder, being a creator. I also have to create these partnerships and these friendships and sponsorships and all these other things that create these entities that bring us together, that form this. So what has happened is I propose that we bring this, and I should say this, I got introduced to Mayo to come into their organization to bring my holistic approach to healthcare. And so what I did is I brought Stories Behind the Menu. That's the one that first triggered their liking. And so to bring that whole brand, and if you guys do not know exactly what Stories Behind the Menu is, Stories Behind the Menu is my dinner book club. And what it is we take a book or documentary and we highlight chefs of color, and we let them storytell how the only true cuisine in the United States is indigenous. Everything else was brought in through enslavement or immigration. So why are we racist? We eat other people's food, but then we still have these biases about them. So we break that down through food and storytelling and connect that to healthcare. And so we brought this to them. And even though, if you don't know, Mayo started in Rochester, Minnesota, and then they have another location in Jacksonville, Florida, and then in Phoenix, Arizona. So through all of our developments and our meetings, they decided that we should start in Jacksonville, Florida, which at first, as you get out your own way, you're like, well, why would we go down there, at first? But then I thought about it. I was like, if we go down there, that makes us national. That takes us on a national level, that we're bringing this brand that started in Minnesota, that connects us to fitness, that connects us to wellness, that connects us to nutrition, that connects us to racial health and equity, and everything that they're doing, everything that we're doing. And I was like, boom, right? No brainer then. And so that's what happened. So a couple weeks ago, we had the opportunity, my team and I, to go down to Jacksonville, Florida, and take our brand and bring it to Mayo. And we did a Stories Behind the Menu dinner for their holiday party at their location. And I have to say, it was more than I thought it was going to be, in a few ways. It was harder, to facilitate something nationally. You're not at home, so the being familiarized with the environment, right? I'd never been to Jacksonville, so everything that we had created, and this sense of being safe, I kind of felt like, I was outside of my box, but also to be able to storytell what you created with what they're trying to create and the gap they're trying to bridge, it was just amazing, and to be able to learn. And I think that's what I took out of it, is what I'm learning through my fitness of my brain, right, as it's constant working. And we were connected with a couple of chefs, named Tia and Matthew Rayford from Strong Roots 9. One of the two of the most amazing people I've ever met. Uh, just wonderful people, wonderful people. And I got to go to their farm, and I got to see their history of their family's history on their property that they've owned since 1874, and be on the land with their family. They have a compound of 6 homes, and to for them to tell their story of what this has and what it's created for their families for generations, 6 generations. And now here they are, they all still live on the land, all these different generations, and that they've created this amazing business, and they're able to get this out in the world. They're just amazing chefs, and they call themselves chef farmers. They trademarked it. The cutest name ever, right? And to be able to bridge that gap. So I was able to go down to Jacksonville, Florida, then go to Brunswick, Georgia, this older hick town, right? Like the small town. I don't know if it's that small, but to me, from a city girl, out in these woods, and I'm in this farm, and I'm eating this fresh food from this land and documenting this all. The dream that I had since writing down this 8 years ago, and to be able to storytell and bring to light everything that I've been talking about on these podcasts all this time, and bridge it together at Mayo Clinic. And so we put together our first national Stories Behind the Menu, and bringing together racial health and equity through the lens of fitness, wellness, and nutrition. And so I say this to you through your journey that you're on, and through this thing called life. Never, ever give up. Never stop revolving through the doors that maybe you feel stopped. Keep pushing through it. Keep telling your mind to keep going through it, because the other side may be something you never thought. I never imagined that the partnership would be Mayo Clinic. I have the partnership. I never thought that I would be doing a dinner for their C-suite and at Mayo Clinic down in Jacksonville, Florida. But there was a plan, and the plan was for me to keep revolving and evolving to the next level, and to believe in yourself along the way. That is the true fitness of your life. It really is. And I think as we get out of our own way, doors open up for all of us. And we have to look at the bigger picture of what we bring to other people, right? People are wanting us to help them get out their own way. And I think by just telling stories and opening these doors for different chefs, opening doors for a different way to look at healthcare, opening doors of different way to heal. As I always say, I keep saying this always, healing is the biggest thing. I think we're all are a little broken inside. And if we can come together and figure out what parts of us are broken and what parts of us need to heal, and how we can help each other, that is the true fitness of life. I do feel that way. And I hope you see that too, and what you can do. And we all play a role, and we all play a part. And I would say, so blessed and grateful for this journey. I am so satisfied in a way, right? My cup runneth over right now to see the faces of people I would have never met, medical doctors, RNs, patients, politicians that would have never known about stories we have on the menu if I wouldn't have persevered through those 25 meetings when I never thought it was going to happen the way it did. If I would never put my best foot forward to drive up to that farm and listen to them and listen to their story, to be able to bring that story back down and let them share their meal and let them share their history and bridge that gap. And now here we are in 2024, heading in 2025, to be able to continue to tell these stories. And we're going to continue to build with Mayo. So with that being said, Stories Behind the Menu is officially a national organization that has partnered with Mayo Clinic in the United States of America. We are very proud. We are very grateful for this journey. We have just scratched the surface on what we're going to do. So stay tuned on the work we're doing with our approach to holistic healthcare. As always, inhale the positive, exhale the negative. This is Coach Shay with Fitness Revolution. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Check back next week for more on living your healthier lifestyle and share previous episodes of Shay's podcast with your friends. Log on to ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com.
You know Shaletta makes you laugh, but did you know Shaletta Brundage can also make you think and boost your business? Media personality, activist, and comedian Shaletta Brundage founded Shaletta Makes Me Laugh to celebrate and share the best of Black culture. It's a podcasting platform. You can download 10 weekly podcasts hosted by African-American subject experts at ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com is also a production house creating broadcast quality commercial content. And Shaletta and her team of storytellers create powerful promotional campaigns to get businesses the brand awareness they're looking for. Some of Minnesota's top businesses trust Shaletta, and you can too. Get out the word about your events and products and get in front of communities of color with ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com. She's got the power to help your business.